Yo, good morning, everyone. What's going on? Holy moly. Our boy Jimmy seeing some positive developments this morning. So there was this order that got executed on the floor. Um, it is a few years out, so it took a leap. And looks like they were pretty bullish. All right, taking a look at Jimmy. What's going on? All right, so quick recap. Earnings drop, faded, then picked up some steam. So the moment it got above Metric Pro, that's when you would have expected it to test Metric Pro Plus. It did. And when it got above, we draw our fibs and we try to determine where the upside is. All right. So we broke above the 382, held the 0.5, which meant that we're definitely going to the golden pocket where we've seen a lot of resistance. So resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So we've seen a lot of resistance here. It did try with this wick candle to try to close this gap, but I would like to see like a bar close like going into this. So this is still open. So if GME is able to break above this zone in red, you should be able to close this gap. And this is pretty much like what we talked about yesterday. And then testing 2367, just slightly above DFE's cost basis. But this looks good for the entire week. Let me zoom out. So if you do zoom out on the weekly, right? When originally when Metric Pro Plus, right, or when GME broke Metric Pro Plus was over here. So August 2020, and back before then, there was a downside move. So this breaking this would have made a lot of sense. I mean, you could have tried this right in 19, but it just wasn't good enough, right? So this here, this was a nice move. It did break cleanly, broke above, right? And then you saw that move up. Okay. Over here, you did break below. You saw some downside. You could have played these two, which would have given you at least 40% on each trade, which would amount to a total of 80%. But then after breaking Metric Pro Plus on the weekly, you fell down significantly to a tune of 70-ish%. All right. Currently, where GME lies. GME lies above Metric Pro Plus, and it's used it as support. So breaking above here, right? We saw a nice move up. Obviously came back down to test Metric Pro Plus here. And now we're starting to ramp back up. And we're ramping back up. We know this because if we go to the daily. Okay, I know we have a lot of drawings here. If we go to the daily, all right, here, let's just remove this for a second. If we move to the daily, okay, and we go left, we can see the times where GME did break above the daily, all right, and it has led to some okay, some decent, you know, if you play this, you would have made some money for sure, right? So let's just talk about this, all right? So 2022, let's just go. We don't need to go that far, but this led to 64%. This move here before It depends on where you take your stop loss, but that was probably a 26% move. All right. This here was about a 54% move. You could play these candles, but these are a little bit more risky, 25%, right? Then over here, saw 14. Okay, so you get it. So you just keep going, and you've made some nice gains, especially over here. This move wasn't strong enough, all right? So this move wasn't strong enough, but you still saw some nice gains to the upside. So this was around tune of almost 9, and this was definitely at least 10 or 11. Okay, so that was at least 20% right here. Okay. Now, that brings us to today. Okay, so if you look today, actually past few days at least for sure, this whole week, we've been trying to break above the daily Metric Pro Plus. All right, this is significant because if you get a clean candle break above just like this, but this was snubbed because of earnings, okay, you can expect some upside. Okay, our upside targets, you're looking at 24, 29, and beyond. All right, but these two are for sure in the short term. If GME does make a move up, that's what I'm looking to break. Okay, if it starts to break those numbers, you're looking at the golden pocket at 39 and 39 to 41. Okay, and then after that, I don't know, it's just moon. Basically, I'm looking at 144. That's our topside fib target for the short term. So if you turn on the VRVP, okay, this tells you where majority of liquidity lies and where buyers are willing to, so this will tell you, okay? So if you take a look at this line here, wait for it to load a little bit because it's a little bit slow for whatever reason. Okay, so you got your point of control at 24.52. Okay, don't look at that yet. Okay, so this point right here, you see how there's these pockets, right? This is a pocket, right? If I like color this, okay, do you see that? So that's a pocket. Okay, there's no like liquidity there. Basically, what this is saying is if GME gets above this bar, okay, which lies at 22.65-ish, all right, if GME gets above this bar, there's nothing stopping it from reaching 24. Okay, so 24 is where these bars lie. Okay, after 24, okay, sure, there's this bar, but let's just not give a shit about that. We're looking at these bars now. Okay, you see that? If you color this, there's a space there. There's a huge gap. So you should expect after crossing this line, right, GME just flies straight to 29, where it will be caught by this bar right here. Okay. Now, look at the chart on the right here. Okay, look at these candles. All right. Now just look, are there any gaps or are there any bars that stick out like this? Moving this way. The answer is no. Okay, maybe over here, and this happens to be right at the golden pocket or close to it. Okay, but once GME clears 29, you're literally, you built your launch pad. It's over. Not financial advice. Okay, so we'll see what happens. All right, but these are, for right now, these are what these are the levels that I'm looking at. Okay, 24 and 29. Those are the numbers I'm looking at for GME to make a continuation move. Okay, now if you turn this off and you just work with your 50 and 200 moving average, okay, you got your golden cross right here, And with your golden cross, okay, you got your 200 moving average sloping up, and you've got support. Okay, so you've been supporting price as you've been moving up. Now the 50 moving average, it is sloping down a little bit, all right, but GME has been trying to break above it. Okay, so if this is telling me that if GME gets above the 50 moving average, right, it can try to go here. Okay, so you take what Metric Pro Plus is telling you as well. Okay, and you look here and you're like, oh, it's telling me the same thing. So guys, there might be something, okay, maybe nothing, but that's just something that I wanted to point out. So it looks good. All right, now the Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands are starting to move. At least the top one is starting to move away. The bottom is starting to move with it. Okay, so it is above the basis line. And so if we are to make a push above, right, the top of this Bollinger Band comes in at 24.72. Okay, and GME wants to stay within these Bollinger Bands. That's just how it works, right? If you start to break above, kind of similar to what you see here, right? GME wants to stay inside the Bollinger Band, so it makes a sharp move, right? So what you want is just a slow, nice move, right? Not too slow, but a nice move up, slowly supported by the Bollinger Bands. And what you want to see is this just kind of expand just like this. And this expand kind of just like this, right? So let's take a look at the weekly, because the weekly is telling us something. So the basis is at 23.46, just slightly above DFE's cost basis. All right. So what you want to do is for GME to get above that basis line, okay, stay above it and head to the upper side of the Bollinger Bands, which happen to lie at 28. Okay. Now, with the Bollinger Bands on the weekly, are tightening up. Okay. So when it does tighten up, right, it's going to relax a little bit and it will want to explode out again. All right. So this is really interesting. It's developing. We'll keep an eye on it. But let's turn on just Metric Pro. Let's look at the 90 minutes and see what we're dealing with. Oh, finally, the last thing I do want to show you guys. So if you take your Fibonacci's from your low to your high, okay, it doesn't have to be that accurate, but there, something like that. Okay. You've caught support at the golden pocket several times to the downside. So you got your first catch and up. You got your second and up, third and up, and then fourth and up. So this is really cool. It's really, really interesting to see. But that's currently what I'm looking at, and I'm looking at GME just to try to break above this level. So let me just draw it for you. So this level right here, I'll draw it out. You want GME to try to break above this. If you happen to do this by the end of the day, that's actually pretty bullish. Because getting above the golden pocket and basing above it and holding it as support, right, is bullish. Okay, so if you look here, it was resistance, right? And now if you break above, what you want to do is close this gap and then turn this area into support and then move back up again. So that's what I'm looking at so far. And so far, so good. Now let's look at some other technicals. Okay, let me just turn all this off just so we're not confused. On the weekly, all right, let's look at the RSI. on the weekly, RSI bounced off of the 50 line, bullish, okay? And it's now trending up to cross the trend line, okay? So if it does cross this trend line, right, expect GME's RSI to try to head up and test the bull zone. Something that we haven't done since May and June. And this is on the weekly time frame, you guys. So if you look over here, the MACD is losing some steam. Okay, just a little bit. All right. If you're able to get a bullish cross right here, kind of like this, okay, GME will do actually something really stupid. So I know the MACD is a lagging indicator, but still, it's pretty nuts. So there are a lot of bullish things to look at there. On the daily, okay, so this is where the magic happens. On the daily, okay, just take a look at this for a second. Okay, maybe I'll put it this way. Take a look at this for a second. All right. So this is a zero line, okay? You see this little dotted line, kind of like this? It's hard to see, but there's a little dotted line there, okay? And above it, you got your green bars, and below it, you got your red bars, okay? Each showing you like how, you know, strong the momentum is. Like, so if it starts to turn kind of lighter, right, and the bars are decreasing, right, it means the momentum's slowing down. But here's the thing. If you get a bullish cross from below the zero line, okay, and these lines cross above zero, okay, so that is again the zero line, right? You get a cross from below here, right, and these lines move up, you will have confirmation of an upside move, okay? So over here, it wasn't enough, right? It wasn't enough. Okay, but over here, right? You see this from the top side where it had the bearish cross, right? Then it started to move down. Okay, so this is your confirmation that you got a downtrending move. Okay, if you do have a bearish cross, it is still like, you know, it's in the name, it's bearish, right? But the moment you have this cross from below, right? That's your indication that it's a continued trend. Okay, so now, right over here, you did try to break above it, failed. Okay, and now look at this, guys. Look at this for a second. If this line crosses above, we're gonna have a continued uptrend indicator. Okay, so it's gonna tell us that the upside is in. Now let's move to the RSI. Okay, the RSI is telling us, okay, the trend is down here. That's fine. It's not really the end of the world. What we want to see is this for this kind of move up. But what this is saying, okay, so we're above the 50 line. If this starts to move higher, right, and you break these highs here, okay, you're most likely going to trend all the way to the top here. Okay, and once you enter the bull zone, right, just like over here, GME will probably do something stupid. So we'll see. We'll cross that road when we get there. But right now I'm looking at GME trying to break above 2266, 2285. So guys, how's your morning going? I hope your morning's doing well. What the heck? Where's my indicators? Oh my goodness, I turned them off. I was like waiting for them to load in. All right. So nice. If you caught this move, right here or even here, so that would have been at least almost a 4% gain. That's not bad. This is on the 15 minutes. Yeah, guys, if my explanation made sense, give a like the video so I know that you know that I'm making sense, that I'm coherent. I'm not crazy. Southern Gypsy. Oh, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream every day. It's pretty tough with my schedule, but I'm gonna try to stream every day. Yeah, if you're wanting to learn more and follow along and use these indicators, just head over to the link to gain access to this on TradingView. That's patreon.com/CRTrades. Yeah, we got access to unusual whales as well. So if you're wanting to use that feature, so we got unusual whales right here. So you can see all of these analyst ratings, congressional trades, stuff that I post on the dark pool. I didn't even load it up this morning because I was so lazy to go on the computer. But here it is. Flow alerts. See that too. See what kind of people are loading up. Net flow. What the premiums look like on the day. Who has control. The insider trades is actually pretty wild. And Unusual Whales does a really good job on updating this kind of stuff. You get live options as well. So, there's always someone, what they say, there's always someone out there that knows. So once you start seeing big orders come in, that could be an indication, right? But yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, if there are any stocks you guys want me to look at, I can look at it. But yeah, right now, this is kind of what we're looking at. And yeah, so right now, again, this golden pocket zone, right, has been acting as a really, really strong resistance for Jimmy. So what you want to see, again, like I mentioned earlier, is you break above this and you kind of just hold this. Kind of just hold this before moving up. Okay, let's go check on, we haven't done this in a while, so let's go check on the flow alerts, refresh this. Okay, so nothing too crazy. No premium over 10K has come in yet. Dark pool. Nothing. Oh yeah, Southern Gypsy. Yeah, okay. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we'll see ya. We'll see ya. Thanks for tuning. Okay, on Chart Exchange, you got your max pain at 21. So they're gonna battle hard to try to keep it close to or at least near that level, right? Yeah. So this 236 level has been a pretty good area of support. So if GME does try to break down today, I would expect GME to try to hold this. But I don't know if there's going to be any downside today. Like, it just looks pretty strong to me right now. But never say never. Am I right, guys? But yeah, this is like just circle this and just keep this in mind for today, you guys. Okay, I think there's a new premium that just came in. Am I crazy? Okay, hang on. What is happening here? Am I nuts? Or maybe. Hang on. Let me look at this. Saw someone posted on X. I just want to make sure I'm not nuts. $10. Okay, so this was made. This was 54K. This looks like someone getting rid of it. Okay. All right, so someone just continues to dump 20 Cs here. It's kind of interesting. Then what happened over here? Yeah, they dumped this one too. Okay. Let's see here. So there are a couple that were made on the floor. These ones were bought. The ask. That's pretty bullish. That's part of what kind of strategy is this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see you. Interesting. GME just trying to. I did test metric pro here. Just trying to hold above it now. MACD is trying to have a bearish cross on the 15. So let's see what happens. Wow. Go, Jimmy. The Bulls are just in control. That's awesome. Okay, so this just came up. 17K in premium. So this could be anybody, but what's going on here? Really? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'd put a lot of weight into this trade. That's just one aspect. If I start seeing like more of this stuff, maybe I'd be concerned. Okay, what's Jimmy looking like on the 10? Okay, 5. Maybe let's just watch the 5. The 5 might be a little bit more interesting. So if Jamie does break below, right, looking at 22.14, that's your first spot that you want to look at. I just want to see where the other trades are. SMCI. Super Micro was pretty cracked yesterday. Yeah, so SMCI, I would have just been bearish over here with this candle. I would have probably just like stopped out here at 8.14. But having the longer trade in mind, I mean, I would have most likely, yeah, just discounting this portion, I would have probably just entered over here or entered a new position here. And I would have probably stopped out here. It just depends on how risky I am. So that would have been, wow, 218% move in a few months. Holy shit. Could you imagine? That's actually correct. But definitely, I would have definitely stopped out for here for sure. In this zone. This would have led me to a, oh my god, minus 56%. Guys, what would we do without this indicator? Am I right? Look, if I had this turned off, just look at this. If I had this turned off and I was dumb, I would have just bought over here. Because I was like, guys, everyone's buying NVIDIA. Everyone's buying Super Micro. Get in, get in. Then you fucking get in and then it's like, then it just struggled to get above Metric Pro Plus on the 4 hour. Wow. That's cracked. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it here. We'll look at another ticker. I've been holding the golden pocket so far. So, despite the whatever investigations going on. So let's see. What's the news? Okay, never mind. So yeah, golden pocket, bounce, golden pocket, bounce, golden pocket, and then hopefully another bounce, but we'll see. Jimmy coming down. Oh no, no, wrong way, Jimmy. So yeah, if it is, again, if it does break down lower, I'm looking at 22.14. Did this just come in? It did. So more people dumping 20Cs. More people just getting rid of them. They're saying it's not worth it. Oh my god. Bro, this expires 112 days out. Are you crazy? Okay, I might have to pull up what the IV charts are looking like. Okay, so the IV on GME comes in at 74.1. 74.1. It's only increased by 2.5%, or sorry, 2.5. So, okay. All right, 74.1. That's not bad. That's like kind of chill-ish. And then another one just came in, you guys. So more people. Well, this was at the bid, but I think more people are dumping. What? People are actually getting rid of this? Guys, remember, I have this filtered at 10K, so whoever's doing this, right? It's not just some... I mean, it could be some random, right? But not like your daily average trader. What about the 100K ones? Anything over here? Why does it show this like this? GME. Okay. I'm confused. Okay, so I sorted this out now by over 100K orders. Nothing so far today. The only thing today was that that floor trade. But man, spending 800 per contract is kind of crazy. But yeah, I think that's what we're seeing here. That's why these premiums are starting to fall off here for the bulls. It's because just a few over here, just a few someone out there, or a few somebodies are dumping 20Cs. So this guy dumped almost 41K. Well, what is this actually? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I want to see some bullish trades to end this week, to be honest with you. Dark pool, is there anything unusual? No. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Well, then we got that. That's going for us. How's this doing? $1.01. Okay. Yeah, Annie on the weekly. It's kind of cracked. But let's just take a look at place really quick. This stock somehow interests me. Like I don't know why. Like I'm just drawn to it. Maybe it's because it's at a point of like breaking out where it could make some nice moves. So if you look at the weekly here, the last time place broke above this, right? Metric Pro it went and headed to the weekly Metric Pro Plus, right? Then after breaking above, we made some significant gains. Likewise, when you broke below, right, you just saw it tank all the way down. And then now, you've broken above Metric Pro, and you're testing Metric Pro Plus. A break above this could send place over here. And that is about a 50-something% move. That's actually crazy. And Jimmy breaking down. Oh no. At least on the 5-minute. Oh no, Jimmy. Going the wrong way. So on the 15, it's got his you got your bear cross. RSI's just below the 50 line. So what you're looking at now, since you've broken below Metric Pro, is for GME to break down even lower and come down to this point here, 22.29. Mark that on your chart. Oh no, Jimmy, it's coming down. Everyone panic. OMG. All right, let's take a look at like how Chewy and those guys are doing. Maybe I'll take a look at Unity too. So Chewy. Okay, so this is bullish. Guys, Chewy has broken above Metric Pro Plus. At least on the 90-minute. This is bullish. Okay. I would expect Chewy to come up, close this gap. So we talked about this on stream. GME broke not GME, sorry. Chewy broke resistance, right? Broke the golden pocket. What we wanted to see is for Chewy to come down and just kind of hold the golden pocket, right? And I said I would have loved for Chewy to be just above resistance, but the 236 will just do, right? And so it was supported by the 236, and now we're getting a nice move up. So it now has turned prior resistance into support. So once you continue to break this or break above and continue to make a move up, you're making this into support. So that's really, really good to see. You did leave a gap, which does concern me, but still. So Chewy, got that going for Chewy. Okay, maybe I'll just keep it like this. Duplicate. Let's get Unity up in this bitch. Unity, not doing bad at okay, yeah, Unity's not doing too bad. Nothing incredibly bearish yet, right? Something like this would probably concern me, but it didn't break, like there was no candle below this line, this yellow line, right? So that wasn't bearish enough. It's just testing. So as you can see, this is what I'm talking about on SPY. When you broke below Metric Pro, you came down and tested Metric Pro Plus, right? So that's what we're looking at. And it's kind of the same concept we're looking here at GME. Just apply that. So again, you can see this break. You get your candles below. You have a full candle close below the line. Okay, that meaning the candle's not touching the line. And you would expect for it to come down and test Metric Pro. So same thing here, you got your candle that's not touching the line. So you should expect for GME to move a little bit lower and just test Metric Pro Plus. Oh, Jimmy. Okay, let's check the flow alerts on GME and see if something new has happened. Okay, so some of these just came in, filled at mid. Oh, part of a strange strategy. Okay, yeah, makes sense. GME. Bulls still have control of the premium, which is nice to see. Nothing in the dark pool. So interesting. Okay, nothing too crazy so far. Hmm. Right now we're just looking at the 10-minute, 15-minute, just seeing like where this goes. 5-minute, you're somewhat recovering, so that's actually good to see. On the 5-minute, you are trending lower. So once you do confirm this cross down, that's your downtrend confirmation. Would like to see the RSI above 50 for any actual move above Metric Pro Plus, but we'll see. We shall see. But we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, so here's another one that just came in. Hmm. 20K, somewhat sizable. Dark pool, nothing yet. Okay, well, guess it's just gonna be kind of quiet today. Interesting. So yeah, 22.29. That's probably the spot I'd look at if GME continues to break down below. But yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's repairing itself a little bit. So getting back up above Metric Pro Plus here, that would be really nice. Oh man, come on, let's go, Jimmy. Let's go see some shit. Holy shit, guys! Is this thing frozen? Is my internet working? Not even seeing it go up or down. It's just the same. Holy cow, you guys! What is happening? It's like such a slow day. Oh shit! What the fuck is that? Okay, so this trade was done on the floor. Okay. Okay, so someone believes that GME will be going down. Okay, that's interesting. The fuck is that? Like actually, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. So a lot of these calls were sold and then someone started loading up on puts. That's interesting to see. Let's just take a screenshot of that. It's a 90k premium. That's pretty close to 100k premium, you guys. The floor is kind of busy right now. How many floor trades has been made? So GME breaking down just like I told you guys. So if you go to the 15, right? I told you you'd probably expect a test of this, and that's probably where we're going. So yeah, I would be looking at this 2230 as the first area of support, and you break down below 2214. Wow. Okay, then yeah, nothing really happened here. So the put premiums are increasing now, so the bears are coming back alive, but not. It's not big enough though. But that was that move there. Dark pool. Nothing. It's very interesting, you guys. Very interesting. All right. I think I'll probably just leave it here, you guys. Um, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? So yeah, I'll probably just leave it here. Um, I do have other things that I need to do today, unfortunately. So I'll leave the link in the chat. If you guys want to follow along, gain access to indicators, you guys can. But I am gonna peace out. Thanks for tuning in. Then yeah, I think we'll probably see you Monday. All right, we'll see you guys.